Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the greatest show in the world. No, it's not. I'm just checking the internet speed because I've just literally jumped online and I haven't checked anything, which is pretty awesome because I've been doing a load of coaching calls. Oh, yeah, we're good. Okay, people. Anyway, welcome to the carnage that is our Monday night live stream. How is everybody doing? Let's see who's going to be joining us tonight for some fun and games. As we, I don't know, discuss whatever you want to discuss over the next 30 minutes. I don't think we've got Mick tonight guessing the time because Mick has started his own satellite, 40 Runs satellite group in Warsaw tonight. So I don't think Mick's going to be here predicting the time. So somebody else is going to have to take over that job for Mick, I think, because he's going to be busy on a Monday night going forward. So if you're new around here, Mick always used to predict the time. And annoyingly, he got it right every single week. So somebody's going to have to take over that job. So as we get up and running, as people join us and tuning, just thanks, Gary. Just to say hello, everybody. Get your questions, get your comments in as we go along tonight. Whatever you want to talk about, whatever you want to discuss, shoes, coaching questions, whatever you want to do. We will let the feed fill up a little bit, and then we'll come on to that. So let me, welcome to the jungle. So let me bring you up to speed. What is coming? Thanks, Ian. What's coming? Ian saying 35 minutes. What's coming out this week? I have to remember that we are not here on Monday night. Next Monday, I'm not here because I'm away. So just as a pre-warning to you all, expecting me to show up on a Monday. Next Monday, I'm not here because I'm away. I'm taking a week off. I hope that's all right with you guys. So this week we've got at the end of the week, it should be out, but I've got to edit it. Is the Brooks Launch 11 video. That's a good one. I've got like a max stacked versus video coming as well. And I've also got a video about a bit more coaching focus, what sort of went into coaching Ben to get his sub 3. So that's coming out this week as well. What else? I think that's about it in terms of what's on the channel. Shoes wise, started running in some Under Armour shoes, which are interesting. What else? Some other shoes I can't talk about. Yeah, really, just trying to put some miles in some of the other shoes, trying to catch up. I want to do a Neo Zen and a Evo SL update. Also want to do a 1080 V14 update as well. They're shoes I want to get. They're the ones I want to sort of get mileage on so we can come back and report back. So they're sort of the focus at the moment amongst the shoes that we're trying to sort of not get told off for posting pictures of. Thanks to everybody, by the way, who watched the videos last week. The Nike Pegasus Premium video seems to have gone down well. So thank you very much to everybody who appreciated my, I would say, observations on that shoe more than anything else. Hopefully Nike have not seen that, or hopefully they have and they've listened. So that was out. So thanks for the love for that. Thanks again to everybody who watched the Puma Forever Run 2 video. That was a popular video as well. So thanks to everybody. It's just a great shoe, that really is. I was lucky enough. The guys from Start Fitness and Puma got me that really early. So I was able to get some decent mileage in that before we could put that video out. So that was handy. But yeah, so thanks very much to everybody who's been watching all the videos and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you very much to every single person. Oh, okay, right. So I can see the questions are loading up. The comment sections are loading up. So again, if you're a bit late coming in, then make sure you get into the questions and comments. What I would say is the Winter 10K, the London Winter 10K is coming. My race bib came today, and it's a reminder to remind you all that we're there. It's going to be a massive 40 runs takeover, that race. That we've got a high participation level. I know there's well over 100 people saying they're going to the pub afterwards, for example. So I think we'll have the biggest club representation there. We'll have volunteers there. So make sure if you're coming along to the Winter 10K, you say hello to me, even out on course. That'd be appreciated. So that's always good. So yeah, let's get ready. But we'll come on to that. Oh no, because I'm not here next Monday. So yeah, because I'm not here next Monday. So if you're doing Winter 10K, Make sure you come and say hi. If you see me on call, shout at me. Be nice. But yeah, so Winter 10K is a 40 runs takeover. Okay, as I said, we've got I know we'll have the biggest club participation there, and our volunteers are there as well. So it's going to be an awesome day. So yeah, looking forward to that one. I'm hoping to run that in the Hoka Cielo LO stupid name 2.8.4 2.2, whatever they've called it. Why don't I just call it the Cielo X2 or Cielo This is Awesome or something like that? Makes no sense to me. Okay, let's get into the comments. Let's get into the questions. Let's get stuck into what's going on. So I'm just going to say good evening to everybody. Thank you very much to everybody. Again, Mick's not around. Ian's predicted 32 minutes, I think, or 35 minutes. Seamus, let's go here first. Seamus, big shout out to all the 40s at the Farnborough half yesterday. Well done, everybody who was racing this weekend. I had major FOMO. I shuffled around to 21 miles, which was awful, but it has to be done, people. Has to be done. So evening, and nice to see people coming back. Nice to see new faces in the chat as well. Again, if you're joining us, get your questions, get your comments in. We will work our way through them. It could be about shoes, coaching, whatever you want to do. Okay, first question of the evening. Evening, Chris. I'm running tomorrow for the first time for about 4 months due to an injury. How far do you think I should start off with? Hopefully, your physio has told you what to do. In an ideal world, your physio should have given you a plan to return from injury. Now, if you didn't see a physio, then I'd be interested to know what's going on with the injury. So, yeah, that would be my first instinct is always to follow the physio's advice on that front. It's not a dodge question. I'm not swerving that, but I don't want to conflict anything that's been told to you by someone who's medically trained. That's all right. But let me know. I'll answer that after you've just left Kafuzi's live stream. Yeah, Kafuzi usually finishes about 8 o'clock and then we pick up. So Andrew, go back into Kafuzi's and tell everyone to come over here. How about that? So next week, oh no, I'm not hearing it. Andrew, next week, I'm not here. Following week, going to Kafuzi. Mike will be all right about it. Because I want you all to go and watch his before you come onto mine. So go and do Mike's and then come onto here. So Andrew, you're in charge of marketing into the Kafuzi Run Club chat. And again, I might even speak to Mike because I'm not caught up with him for a while. I'll try and get him on here one Monday. Sound like a plan? I love that, man. Okay, right. So Stephen Moore. Evening, Chris. Do my first marathon this year and looking for a race day shoe. Aiming for just under 4 hours. I have slight pronation and heel strike using Superlast 2 my long way. Stephen, I did a great video on shoes that were sort of over 4 hours. I think all those shoes in that video are shoes that I think you would suit you. There's some stuff in there for like mile pronators and things like that. They're all shoes that I've run over 4 hours in recently. So I think that's definitely a video to check out for you. Go back on the channel. I can't remember exactly what it's called. Actually, should we try and find it? I can tell you what it is. I don't know if you can put a link in. Should we try and put a link in into the chat box? See if we can break it. What's the worst that could happen, people? Where was it? There we go. 4 shoes. If this plays in the background, we'll just have to deal with it. In my ears. I don't know if you can hear that. Right. I'm going to share this link. Copy. It's awesome we can do this. Right. I'm going to type this in here. You ready? Let's see if this works. How cool is this if this works? Do you see that, Stephen? Let me know that you've seen that. That's the video you need to watch. Hopefully that works because that'd be pretty cool, right? Let me hide that message now. Oh God! Again, if you're joining us late, get your questions, get your comments in. Whatever you want to talk about, running shoes, training, coaching questions. If you're new around here, I'm a qualified coach. So get your stuff in there. My background's just changed for some reason. Make sure we're still live. Can somebody just put something in the text box? Yeah, okay, good. It's there. Okay, so Dan Morris, sorry. Hey, Fordy, in general, would you advise going up half a size in running shoes from your normal size? Depends on the brand. Famously, the Adidas Pro 4, I had to go up half a size. New Balance, I got up half a size. That's more to do with the brand because they're a bit funky in terms of the way, if you look at their sizing, I'm usually like a 9.5 in most shoes, but it really depends on the brand. So I would say have a look at what sort of brand you're looking to buy. I know some people do go up half a size because in terms of like their day-to-day shoes versus their other shoes, because obviously your feet swell and things like that. So yeah, what's this question? How do you make tapering easier? You've wrote tampering. Or do you mean tapering, Mark? Come back. Let me know if that's meant to be tapering easier, because then I can answer that. Gavin, going off the t-shirt alone, I want to know your favorite Guns N' Roses. If you're listening to this as a podcast, thank you very much for taking us out on your podcast, out on your run as a podcast. We really appreciate it. So we record this live with you guys in the audience, and you can get all your questions in, and then we put this out as a podcast. If you didn't know, it's an award-winning podcast. I know some of you will blow your minds, but it is over here in the UK. So Gavin's asking, going off the t-shirt. So I'm wearing a Guns N' Roses t-shirt. This is from their 2000 and I can't remember which year it was. Tour, was it 23? He wants to know my favorite Guns N' Roses song, album, and song. So my favorite album is Appetite, and my favorite song is Estranged. I absolutely love that when they play that live. Really, really good. Oh, Matt Nash is back, people. Matt Nash question. If you're new here, Matt Nash gives us a question every Monday, unless he's sick. But he was sick last week, and everybody wished him well. But he's back. The Matt Nash question is back, people. So, after a week of no running due to illness, how do you advise I go back to training for Brighton Marathon? Weekly mileage was about 28 to 30 miles when I fell ill. I'd give yourself a week to get up to speed. Do most of it to feel a lot of easy stuff. Just feel your way back in. You're better off not stepping on it this week and then going back to plan the following week. That's the advice I'd give you, brother. Just listen to your body, look after yourself, and don't give yourself a hard time. Yeah. So make sure you do that. Okay. Again, shout out to anybody who's joining us. Get your questions in your comments now, and I'll do my best to answer them. Anyone doing Manchester might want to check their registration. I think they've switched companies and a lot of details were incorrect or missing. Good shout out, Steve. Well done. Good shout out there, brother. Same weekend as the London Marathon, the Manchester Marathon, which is a bit of a shame because I was invited to do that. Hey, Fordy, I've had to take 2 weeks off of running with shin splints. I've had 1 more week to go, as this is breaking marathon training, ruined my marathon chances. You ruined your own marathon chances by getting shin splints because you've done too much too fast, DT. And I question how much work you was doing in the gym, how much recovery work you was doing in terms of stretching and that sort of stuff. Shin splints is usually a sign of overtraining and the fact that you're not doing any strength work and you're not doing any of that sort of recovery work as well. I know it's sucking eggs here, but it's not very nice. I 100% feel for you. It's an awful thing, but it's your own fault most of the time because you're running too fast. You're doing too much distance. You're doing too much intensity. It's all too much. And your body's like, I can't keep up. I can't keep up. And it's just warning you and telling you that they can't take it anymore. And if you're not doing the strengthening work, you're not doing the recovery work, and massaging, rolling, all that sort of good stuff, stretching, your body's going to turn around and go, no, this is not for me. So get to the gym, do the recovery work, watch out in terms of mileage, watch out in terms of intensity. Hitting it too hard will only kick you in the nuts. But anyway, wish you better, brother. Wish you better. Again, last shout. Get your questions, get your comments in, please, people. You are all, by the way, entrusted with being our marketing department. I said this last week. I'm not here next Monday, but every Monday, usually, I'm here doing this live stream and it's for you guys to tune in and we can hang out and talk about running shoes, coaching questions, whatever. But you guys are in charge of marketing, right? You are all 40 Runs marketing executives, okay? I want you all to tell everybody about this live stream. I want you all to tell everybody when it is, and I want you to bring somebody, not next week, the week after, along to it. See what I did there? It's that multiplier effect. We need to make this the biggest running live stream in the world without paid efforts. Okay. Hey, Jeff Prepper's in the house. Fordy, will you test out the Adios 9? I've heard good things about them, but they really would appreciate your no-nonsense review. I don't have any plans to test them. I was offered the chance to test them, but it's not really a shoe, I don't think, that works for me. I've seen him in here. Michael Sandiford is one of my clients. He just ran 1:14 at the weekend, and a half marathon. And he was told to take it easy, but he didn't listen. He likes them, and I think it's more suited towards that sort of faster runner. I know Andy Forrest of Dean's done a video on them. I've not seen it, but I'd recommend checking his stuff out. Always send people Andy Forrest of Dean's way. I think it's a shoe that suits those sort of runners. I would say those faster boys and girls out there. I think it's that sort of shoe. It's a little bit more stripped down and sort of workout shoe for those boys and girls. I think that's where it is. I don't run those sort of speeds. I don't run those sort of times. I think the shoe would be wasted on me. So it's hard to justify doing that. Does that make any sense? I think that's an honest answer on that one. Hi, Fordy. Mark, will you be picking? I'm very excited about the Nike Vomero 18. Actually, I'm more excited about the Nike Vomero 18 than I was about the Pegasus Premium. I had an inkling the Pegasus Premium was going to be a load of old tut. You could just see it written in the stars that it was over-engineered. But I think the Nike Vomero 18 actually looks quite an interesting shoe. I think the Vomero lineup from Nike could be really interesting. I think that could be a sweet spot for them because you've got their race day shoes, like Alpha Fly, Vaporfly 4 is coming real soon. Looking really forward to trying that one. Zoomfly 6 is a good shoe. And I think those Vomero lineup could work well with the sort of the Nike faster shoes. I just think the Pegasus lineup sort of gets lost. Pegasus Plus is not a bad shoe, but I think it sort of gets lost because I think you go, you've got race day shoes and then you could go Vomero. So I'm really excited about the Nike Vomero 18. I will be getting it. And I'm looking forward to trying it out. My only worry is that it's too heavy. But again, I don't mind a little bit more weight on a sort of easier day shoe, longer sort of mileage recovery shoe kind of thing. I'm not so fussed about the weight on a shoe like that. That's not the end of the world for me. I can sort of soak that up and handle that. I kind of like that in a way. So, and I think the Vomero looks a really good shoe, actually. So let's see. I'm hoping the upper's good as well. It's not like the Invincible 3 because the upper on that was like sandpaper. So fingers crossed. I'm really hopeful for the Vomero 18 and I look forward to getting it soon, hopefully. And I'll let you know. I think it looks good as well in some of the colorways that's got coming out. Again, thanks to everybody who's joining us. Really appreciate it. Get your questions, get your comments in. I will answer them all. And make sure, again, you're all in charge of marketing. Remember, you've got to bring somebody. Not next week, because next Monday I'm not here, but otherwise I'm here every Monday. So make sure you bring somebody with you next Monday. Tell everybody. You guys have to make this the biggest running live stream in the world. The reason I say in the world is because on my screensaver behind it, if I could show you, I would. I've got a picture of the world. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Okay. Evening at 40 from Richard. Any advice on how to get into a major marathon in 2026? Yeah, I mean, you obviously got the ballots. If it's an abroad one, I would go with Sports Tours. They seem to have the market now. I think they bought the other player in that sort of space. I'm going to Chicago with them. So I would go down that route. You have charity routes. I know for Boston, you have to basically remortgage to get a place. I don't know where you are in the world, by the way, Richard. But yeah, I think you remortgage. Apparently, Tokyo's not too bad in terms of charity. It's not as expensive as you think it would be. So that's one route you could try. But I think to give them credit, Sports Tours have got the market sewn up in terms of majors. So I think that's probably the best place to go, I would say. But yeah, let us know where you're going. So I'm heading out to Chicago. I'm doing in terms of majors this year. I've got London. I've got Chicago. Yeah. AI Frank Sinatra. Okay. Right. So John E. Here we go. John E. After watching your Pegasus Premium video, what has been your most disappointing shoe that has been sent? That's not far off it, the Pegasus Premium. But I said I kind of had a feeling it was going to be a load of old rubbish because it was just too much in the mixing bowl. Oh. I remember one of the Ultra Boosts that came through. That was terrible. Some of the other earlier. There was an Under Armour shoe. It might even be because I said to you, I've got a new shoe from Under Armour. it might have been that Under Armour shoe, because I think Under Armour could make some really good shoes. I really like the Under Armour Pro. I like the Elite as well, but the Pro, good shoe, underestimated, and you can pick them up pretty cheap at the moment. But I think one of the Under Armour shoes in the sort of earlier days, that was terrible. It was like a brick. It's absolutely pointless. I didn't like the Nike Tempo. I know that's split opinion. I didn't like that because that made a hell of a racket. I didn't really get on with that. Invincible never did anything for me. There's quite a few, and unfortunately, and it's more unluck than anything else. It tends to be Nike. Nike shoes just haven't really worked for me. So yeah, I've not, I don't think really got on with Nike. So probably something from Nike. But the Pegasus Premium was a shocking shoe, mainly because they pitched it as a running shoe. So yeah. Hi Matt, hope you're doing well, brother. Okay, here we go. Rob, how ironic. I was just thinking how you fit everything in throughout the week with working, coaching, and general everyday demands of life. Yes, again, if you're new around here, so I'm a full-time person who works 9 to 5. I'm a running coach, running and athletics coach. It's important to tell you the difference because over here in the UK, you could be a running coach and you could be an athletics coach. There are some like other qualifications in terms of like running coaches. I don't necessarily recognise them personally. My qualifications are within England Athletics, within that framework. But I was qualified as an athletics coach and I sort of specialised in endurance. But I also did the qualifications as a running coach. There's two separate qualifications. They sort of cross over in a way, but they are two separate qualifications. So yeah, I do that. I do the coaching side of things, working as the other thing as well, right, Rob? I make you laugh. Is fitting in the training because like on a Monday night, obviously I do this with you guys. I do a load of coaching calls, so I'm having to fit my running in. I could probably do a few more miles if I wasn't doing all this sort of stuff. So again, volume, would that make me quicker? I don't know. It's hard, isn't it? Go to the gym a bit more. It's a balance, isn't it? It's like anything. But I had a great weekend. I was with my girls all weekend, so. I'm trying to make time. I'm off all next week. I've cleared the deck for next week. I'm back at the Winter 10K, first 10K of the year. I'm hopefully going to be in the Hoka Cielo, stupid name, running shoe, and I'm going to just see what I've got. I'm just going to go out there and see what I've got. I'm really looking forward to that race, mainly because it's a 40 runs takeover. We've got so many people doing that race. It's going to be awesome. But yeah, it's not easy. I'm not full time on YouTube. So it's trying to fit everything in. It's a bit crazy, but that's the cards I was dealt. What can you do? So I really genuinely like hanging out with you guys on a Monday night. I really like it. And it's not bullshit. I really do enjoy it. Okay, Chris Smith. Marathon training is kicking in. Midway up a brutal hill, I was swearing my way to the top, only to hear cyclists laughing. They thought I was cheering on a mate. If only embarrassing, but made my day. Yeah, don't worry about what anyone else thinks. You just do you, brother. Do you. Where's the best place to get a half marathon training plan? There's plenty of free ones online. You obviously can get a qualified coach like me. I do personalized training plans. You can get one of them. We have training plans that we've written on our website that you can buy as well. If you want to get an app, you can get Cooper. Use the code 40run. Go to fordyruns.com/Cooper. You're going to get 20% off and a free trial at Cooper. So there's plenty of options there. If you can go free and you can pick something else up off the internet, you can buy one of ours pre-made on fordyruns.com. I can write you one. I think that costs you about 50 quid, which is a personalized plan. Or as I said, you can go like Cooper or you can get a coach like me, but that's going to cost you some money. Right. Okay. Matthew, the Cielo name is due to conflicts and similarities to their track spikes, also named Cielo X2. So Hoka had to get inventive with naming. Yeah, I think it's a bit stupid, isn't it? Why pick a shoe that they can't elaborate the name on? Hoka must have been, I don't know. Anyway, I'm super excited about the Cielo X1 2.0, worst name in the world. I'm really excited about that shoe. Really, 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 really excited. I think on paper it looks a good one. Janet, how are you, Janet? I hope you're well. Would you recommend a deload week during marathon block? Absolutely. I'm on one next week. I'm on a deload week, focus in on the Winter 10K. So last week I was 50 miles. This week I'll be about 45. because I'm changing my long run and a few other bits and bobs around. And then next week is a deload week because I'm away. So I'll focus in on getting in the gym a couple of times next week, a couple of 5Ks on the treadmill, nothing mental, and then throw everything at the winter 10K. So absolutely, yeah. And what percentage of mileage reduction? Well, hopefully that helps. So my mileage next week will go down to about 27. So I'll knock it right down. But I'm maintaining the intensity. See what I did? So I hope that makes sense. So I'm using a race to bring it down, but so I keep the intensity up. So and it just gives me. I'll be in the gym 3, maybe 4 times instead of twice. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Hope that helps. Okay. Andy's holding out for my Cielo review before I decide between those or the Adidas Pro 4. Oh, I know. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm gutted that the Endorphin 2 doesn't fit me well enough to wear in a marathon. It just cuts in, as have you seen the videos. We've got some socking issues, by the way. So we'll have to. I can't. I'm not sure if I could talk about them or not, but that'll be coming soon. But the Endorphin Elite 2 cuts in, so that would be sort of closest to the Adidas Pro 4. But I'm hoping the Cielo, I hope I pronounced that right, is also a rival for it. So let's see what happens there. Again, winter 10K, we'll find out, people. We shall find out. Okay. Again, if you're joining us late, thanks to everybody who's joining us. Appreciate it. This is a live stream. Record this live, put this out as a podcast. Get your questions, get your comments in. I'm working my way through them. I will get through everybody before I go tonight. We are here every Monday at 8 o'clock UK time. We follow on from Kafuzi's live stream. Next week, though, I'm not here because I'm away with the kids, away with the family. I'll be at the Winter 10K on that Sunday, and then we're back live on the Monday. We'll maybe even talk about the Cielo on that Monday show. So make sure, again, you're all in charge of marketing. You need to get out there and tell everybody about this live stream and tell them to subscribe to this YouTube channel because we're trying to get to 22 million subscribers, which I know is really irritating some people out there when I keep saying it. So guess what? Okay, here we go. Chris Smith, as everyday runners spending your own money, our own money, have you ever bought, been gifted, or persevered with a shoe you knew wasn't right just for the hype, only to regret and wish you'd gone ugly to survive? Okay. As everyday runners spending our own money, have you ever bought, been gifted, or persevered with a shoe you knew wasn't right just for the hype? No. I would never give in to the. I will say if I got something wrong, but if something's not working for me, I'll say it's not working for me. It's like when the first Invincible came out, I got injured using it. So yeah, I would 100%. No, I would just sack it off, and I would tell you guys that it's shit because I just don't care. It's a great thing about being independent. They don't send me the shoe again. So what? Ain't bothered. Get it from a retailer. Okay. Evening 40. Best marathon day shoe for under £200 on the market at the moment. First marathon in London this year. For under £200, I would go to startfitness.co.uk. I would use the code 40 runs and get the Saucony Endorphin Pro 4. You're welcome. There we go. Oh, Michael Sanford. I knew he was here. Best half tights with side pockets. The best half tights you can buy are Say Sky ones. They're called Pace Plus. I think they're Pace Plus. I wear them. They're the ones I wear. I've tried the Adidas ones. They're too thick and too warm. As you say, the Lululemon ones, they're overpriced too. You've got the ones. Oh, who's the other one? New Balance ones ain't bad, but the New Balance ones, all the like the vinyl fell off of it, so that wasn't very good. But the Say Sky ones, I've got a couple of pairs in there I've had for years. Really, really good with the side pockets. But make sure, I think they say they're Pace Plus 5 or something like that. They're called. If you go on their Say Sky website, you'll see the autumn, the sort of horrible camo ones. They're the ones that I've got. They're brilliant. They really are. They're the best half tights you can buy. Okay. Hi, Fordy. Do Adidas SL2 have removable insoles? If not, can you recommend a pair that do for marathon training? I'm not sure whether they do or they don't. I'll find out for you. They're not up here. Otherwise, I'll tell you right now. But I can. If you remind me, send me an email and I'll find out for you. Hey, Forney, I've had 2 consecutive stitches on 2 different weekends. I'm eating 2 hours before, not having too much liquid. Yeah, I would say maybe 2 hours is not enough. Try 2.5. And what are you having? Change what you're having. See, maybe tweak it slightly longer. Like go out to maybe 3 hours, have something different. I've told this story a million times. Like admin used to have like Weetabix with milk, and then she changed it to water, and then boom, she was sorted. Change the timing, change what you're having, and then see how that works. All right, definitely something to do with that. It's strange. People are loving my Guns N' Roses top. Love that. Okay, yeah. So Mark is tapering for Tokyo. Good luck in Tokyo, by the way. Make sure you check out our video that Speedgoat done at the Tokyo Marathon. Make sure you watch that. But find it harder physically, mentally to taper. Yeah, tapering is not easy, but it's there. It's there to do a reason. You have to remember tapering's there for a reason. Enjoy it, absorb it, make the most of it. Yeah, and get yourself in the right frame of mind. Okay. There we go. Looking forward to, right. Martin's looking forward to the Winter 10K first time. And Martin, we're going to have 2 meetups. So make sure you come along. I'll be at the first one. Okay. So El Gore's struggling to get his heart rate or her heart rate down. I would say check your zones, check your zones, check what you're monitoring it on. That's probably check what you're actually monitoring, because it might not be accurate. If you're basing it on a watch, it's probably not 100% accurate. So have a look at that. It's probably more the monitor than anything else. Okay, can be something. And then if it's that high, then you need to go and see a doctor. But check what your monitor is for the same. Okay. Well done, Mick. Getting some love. We missed him tonight, Mark. Wow. Evening. Tristan's recovering from a sub 320 PB at Goodwood yesterday. Well done. Congratulations for you. Okay. Paul, do you recommend adjusting target paces during a marathon training block? Been training for a sub 3 at Brighton. Ran 121.5 yesterday, and wondering if I should adjust my marathon training pace or not. Is it an A race, Brighton? I guess it is, because you're saying sub 3, but is that a target run for you, or have you got something later on in the year? The reason is because if it wasn't, I'd say probably not adjust it. If this is target, you can tweak it a little bit for sure. Don't go crazy, because obviously, the training is working. So don't go mad. The key for you guys running those sort of speeds is to do little bits of it. Yeah, obviously volume's key for you guys. Strength, gym work, usual stuff. But it's keeping it a little bit under wraps. You've got the natural pace there. You want to do little bits of it, but it's volume for you guys as well. So yeah, adjust it, but not a hell of a lot. You don't want to overtrain, because it's tempting to. And say Brighton's 8 weeks in. It's a total guess. I'm doing Brighton, but I'm using it as a through race. So the temptation is to tweak it now, and you may end up overtraining, overcooking yourself. So you can change it marginally, but don't go completely nuts on it. Yeah, it's whatever you're doing is obviously working, I guess. So yeah, that would be my advice without looking too deep into it. Okay, had gait analysis and was recommended Hoka Skyflow or Brooks Ghost. By who? Neither of them would be 2 shoes I'd recommend. Was you in a store? The Ghost is always, because it's easy, because they've got millions of them. They're trying to sell them, and the Skyflows, because again nobody's bought them, so they're trying to get rid of them. That make no sense. Out of those 2, Ghost is probably better, but it's got such a high drop. That doesn't make any sense what you've been recommended there, because the Hoka Skyflow drop. Yeah, it's 5 mil drop. You've got a 5 mil drop versus, what is it, 12? The shoes are too dissimilar. It doesn't make any sense. What's the stack on that? That makes no sense to me why you'd be recommended him. I mean, if it's maybe you're a heel striker. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah. It's a contradiction, I would say. Maybe because you're heel biased. So I know that the Hoka's set up with for more of a heel striker, maybe with the higher drop, but I don't know. Odd one, that is. Real odd. Kevin, come back to me, mine. Kevin, I really like Puma shoes, but wanting a more lively, lighter trainer. Anything lighter that's suitable. Neo Zen is out due to stability. Evo's SL from Adidas. Lovely jubbly. What do you think it would take for Nike to get back on track? Just some time. I think that look, I hammered the Nike's Pegasus Premium. Yeah, that was a lifestyle shoe shoved at the top of the Pegasus lineup. Right. I like what they were doing in terms of chucking technology at it, all the different bits and bobs, and seeing what stuck. I just think they need time. The CEO was on, was it Bloomberg or something like that, and he was talking in depth about it. So they're going to get there. They're a great company to a degree, in terms of shoes, like for race day shoes and stuff. So they will get there. It's just got to give them time. Look how long it's taken Brooks to finally start to come back. Look how long Asics took to develop into the amazing shoes that they've got now. It just takes time. I just hope, and I think they are. If you listen to that CEO interviews and stuff, they're losing some of that arrogance. And I think they need to understand where the market is. So just time. Ian, I hope everyone's battling through. Big couple of weeks, we're over the hill. Keep it going. Yeah, well done, mate. HF Preppers enjoying the new colorways of the Adidas Pro 4. Yeah, last week I showed you my Lucid Lemon Adidas Pro 4s. Jacob's not liking the Invincible 3. I did say it was a stupid shoe. Dumb question, but do different gel flavors make a difference on stomach? I've tested a gel and it's fine. Is it safe to buy a load of flavors? Yeah, you might be all right. I should be all right on that. Give it a go. It's only flavorings usually, so it should be all right with that. I'll leave that one, Pub Run Club, because it looks like people have been answering that one. Yeah, good shout. So from Rich, the 2025 New York City Marathon ballot opens tomorrow. Boom. I've been there, seen it, done it, got the t-shirt. I've got several t-shirts. Thoroughly recommend it. Hi, Fordy. Would you ever consider organising your own marathons? I don't think I've got time. If somebody wants me to help them, I'll do it. Absolutely. Yeah, I remember that, Mark. Mark's telling me to use the red carpet on the bridges in the Chicago Marathon to save my knees. Paige is giving out advice. I don't think that's sensible to anybody. Don't anyone listen to Paige. He doesn't know what he's talking about unless you're training for Sydney. He's full of advice. Katie has a 2 week 2 weeks before Brighton Marathon. She has a half marathon booked. Do I race it or take it steady? I would use that as a target goal-paced run for your marathon. So whatever your marathon is, and I'd probably do that only to about 10 miles, and then I'd just do the last 3 miles at a casual pace. Because you can only muck it up on that day. So yeah, I would have a purpose, but yeah, I'll do something like that. Say Sky is great. People are enjoying that. Recent knee injury here. So only cross-training, light, strength and mobility for the last 2 weeks. Watching your post-London recovery vids is helping me. Okay, yep. Good luck to you. I made some videos about my recovery after I tore my calf. I'm glad that's helping some people out. People are also jumping in and giving some Safe Sky recommendations, which is good. Sandra's asking about New Balance. New Balance, I go up half a size. Okay. Matthew, I bought the Hoka Sky Flow. Love it for someone that's 6'5" and 250. Fair enough. Listen, as long as it works for you, it works for you. What the hell do I know? Honestly. Lee Jackson, late to the party. Great weekend just gone with 2 PBs over 5K, 30K distance in both in new shoes, Adios 9 and Super Blast 2. All good. He's loving life. Do you think Hobbit running on plants is your name, Hayden? Do you think the Rebel 4 would work for a wider foot, which is almost flat? I think there's better options out there. Something with a wider fit. New Balance are pretty good, to be fair. They do some wider options. I don't know if there's a wide option in the Rebel 4 or not. You'd have to let me know. I do like the Rebel 4. It is a good shoe. Really good shoe, in fact. Yeah, so Martin's confirmed what I suspected was done in store. Yeah, they're just trying to sell you the stock they've got, Martin. I don't mean to be horrible. First time going to this place. Previous place I used was a Gate recommended an ASICS GT 2000. Unfortunately, that can happen. They tend to recommend you shoes that they've got in stock. It's not actually what you need. And that really pisses me off, to be perfectly honest with you, when they do that. I'm not saying they did a bad job or recommended anything, but they're recommending shoes based on what they want to sell rather than instead of going like, right, so you're like, I don't know, you're a heel striker and we would recommend these and give you like 10 options. They won't. They'll go, oh, we've got this, we've got that. And they've probably got like 20,000 boxes in the warehouse of them. Do you know what I mean? And it's a bit naughty. And that's why I get a little bit frustrated with it all. So yeah, just keeping it real. Interesting question. Just come in. Where was it? On the Zoom Fly 6, actually. Yeah, funnily enough, yes, is the answer to that. I like the Zoom Fly 6. But I need to get I did an update on them. I can't remember what mileage we was at. But I've been inundated with shoes. I think I spoke about this last week. Was it the week before when I said I was going to pull them out and then something else came in, and that sort of thing. That's just a great thing with this time of year. There's so many shoes coming at me, which is nice. I struggle to get some of the mileage in some of the other shoes, which is why, like I said, I'm trying to make a conscious effort at the moment. There's a video that's coming out on some shoes that I've been trying to get miles in. I've been trying to do it before Christmas. I started this video and I'm really struggling with it because of the amount of shoes are coming. So again, I'm not somebody who's like just churns out videos. I try if I can where possible, unless a shoe's really hot, like, and I know it's going to get views. I'm really reluctant to do initial reviews or like first runs, although I do them. All right, I do them, but that's purely because you guys are searching for it, and I know the channel's going to get views. That's me being totally transparent and honest, because it's a machine, right? So you're on the game, you're on the you're in the jungle, so that's what you got to do. But I don't like doing them. So to answer your question, yes, the Zoom Fly 6, I was going to wear them, and then something else came in. So I'm keen to get them back out there. But I say I've got to get Evo SL mileage, some more miles on, because I do need to do a report back on that. Neo Zen, I need to do a report back. And also the 1080 version 14, I need to do a follow-up on that as well. So there's some shoes I'm targeting in terms of miles, plus the other shoes that we've got. But the good thing is my volume's quite high-ish at the moment. So last week I was 50 miles. This week it'll be about 45. I'll have a deload week. But that'll still be like 27 miles, something like that. So still enough to get some mileage topped up in some places. And again, I'm doing like a nice, with Pagey, we're doing a nice 8-mile run in the week. So, it's a nice middle distance run. We've got some other stuff, the cool stuff I'm doing as well. So, I mean, follow me on Strava. You can see all the stuff I'm running. Right, so I went off. Life of a London Caddy. 40, I've used my Speed Force for an 80-minute easy slow run. They felt a bit weighted in the hill. I found it hard to keep a slow pace. Yeah, I wouldn't use them for a easy slow pace. I'd put something without any form of plate in them. I'd go, yeah, I wouldn't wear them for easy pace long run or easy pace 80-minute run. I wouldn't do that, no. Adam Watts. Adam, do you still have many guests on your podcast? If so, can I come on as a guest for 5 minutes to spread some awareness of heart conditions within running? Happy to DM you. Yeah, if you DM the Instagram account of the Long Run Show, that'll get taken care of. We do have guests when they're adding value to you guys. We're not at the amount of shit I get. I had some geezer ask me today, some publicist bloke about like some swimming thing and all this, and they all do the rounds. All the same people do all the same rounds. You see him on all the other big podcasts. The media companies that are out. And there's nothing wrong with them. They're all doing well, but you see the same guests doing the circuit. We're not interested in that, and I think that's why we won the award, because we ain't interested like that. We just do our own thing. We don't really care, and because those places serve that purpose, and that's great. Everyone to themselves, isn't it? Okay. Hi, Chris. Well into training for my second Manchester Marathon and going good, but can't wait for this cold weather to pass. Oh, mate, I'm totally with you on that one. I tell you what I'm sick and tired of is the rain. That's awful. That's really, really, really awful. The rain. It's just boring. Lisa, Mara training week 7. Did 15K long run yesterday. Currently foam rolling. Sore hamstring. Oof. Due to do 18K long run this weekend, following Cooper plan. Good. Again, if you're interested in Cooper, go to fordyruns.com/Cooper. You get 20% off on a free trial. But can only do this week's long run on Wednesday. It's too soon. Yeah, it might be too soon. Maybe switch your weeks around. Have a bit of a deload week. Change it up a bit. Yeah. Don't try and run through stuff. Super Blasts are around. Just have to shop around, people. There are some out there. There are some out there. Half marathon at the end of the month for Chris Smith. Neutral race shoe for sub 155. What have you been training in, Chris? I'd go with what you know, mate. I would. Adam Watts is saying about going into Runners Need and ask them to order in store. They seem to have stock of the Super Blast. Okay. Music Runner saying, don't forget to like. Thank you very much. Kevin, and I missed one here. Dennis, do I ever get worried about getting injured with trying some individuals? Yes and no. I pride myself. Obviously, I've got injured, but I pride myself on consistency, and I think the consistency in the work in the gym sort of mitigates some of that risk, I would say. And I also tend to swerve stuff that gets sent in that I know won't work for me. I was 50-50 on the Neo Zen because it was so soft. So I tend to know on paper what works for me and what doesn't, to be honest with you. So, yeah. But, yeah, I think I try and mitigate some risk. I do. Don't worry. I live in a paranoid state of not being able to run because I run for my mental health, as everybody knows, hopefully by now. But yeah, it's just awful if I'm not running. Being neurodivergent, it's just hell. But I try not to think about it, and I try and be as consistent as I can. I try and get in the gym as much as possible, and I try and do as much stretching and mobility work as possible, even to the point where I'm stretching in the shower, which might sound nuts, but I'm trying to do stuff like that to mitigate some of that risk. Kevin's at the Barcelona half Sunday. Make sure you look out for Hayden. He's there. Hayden's there with the Brooks guys as well are there. So make sure you check that out. He's going to be walking around. He's quite small, so you might miss him, but make sure you look out for that. And I think we've made it to the end, guys. So 50 minutes tonight, you lot. Thank you very much. Again, you lot are in charge of marketing. So tell everybody that we're here every Monday, other than next Monday, because I'm on holiday. But I'll be back the following Monday on the 24th, I think it is. I want everybody to come back with a friend, okay? Go and get more people to come and join us on this live stream, right? You are all in charge of 40 Runs Marketing. You're all 40 Runs Marketing executives. You need to spread the word. Go onto Instagram, tell all your friends on there to join us. Subscribe or whatever you've got to do and join us, okay? Really, really important. You're all in charge of marketing. That's it, though. I am back live on Friday. We've got the sort of grown-up show on Friday. So I want you all to join me there if you can, if you're free. That's at 7 o'clock this week. I know some of you will be out for Valentine's Day, but don't get sucked into paying the wrong price for terrible food. But I am here live on Friday before I take a week off. If you are racing this weekend and you don't happen to tune in on Friday, good luck. Enjoy Barcelona. And again, remember, Winter 10K, I'm there. 40 Runs is taking over that event. So make sure if you see me, you come and say hello. I will hopefully be in the Cielo from Hoka. Yes, you are, Andrew. You are in charge. I think I've made that point quite clear. So make sure you come along and say hi to me at the Winter 10K. All right, guys. I think that's it. Jamie, thanks very much for joining us. I really do appreciate it. I know if you're your usual tuner inner, you'll know how much it means to me. But for anybody new who's listened to this or watched this back, and this goes out as a podcast as well, I genuinely really appreciate it. So thanks very much for joining me. And I shall see you all later.